Hello, I would like to talk about my ideal implementation strategy for hair. And you can watch my PowerPoint slides to help you to understand my idea. Nowadays, science and technology are considered as the primary productive forces. Innovation has become increasingly important since it determines the core competitiveness of companies, industry, and country. There are more and more evidence indicate that the development of a country's economic and its international trade are influenced by the innovation and transition of the technology. Now I would like to talk about the background of Hair Group. Hair is founded in January 1st, 1984, and now it is the fourth biggest white goods manufacturer in the world. After being the official home appliance sponsor of the Beijing Olympic Games, Haier Groups now has over 50,000 employees and it has established many trading companies, manufacturing plants, design centers, and industrial parks all over the world. Follow the guidance of its CEO Rui Mingzhang. Haier has advanced through three stages, which are brand building, diversification, and internationalization. And now Haier is focusing on the fourth stage since 2005, which is global branding. And now I would like to talk about the reasons for innovation. And the reasons I would like to divide it into two parts. The first part is external costs. External costs is because nowadays promoting the enterprise independent innovation ability has become the key word in China's reform and development, which means the guidance of the government's policies is the external cost for enterprise innovation. The Chinese government has introduced a series of favor policies to encourage enterprise to innovate, such as tax reduction and funding support. And with a continuous increase of government support, there are more and more enterprises willing to innovate. The second reason is internal cost. The internal cost is related to enterprises themselves, which is related to the factors such as profit, cost, funds, and so on. According to the success of many modern enterprises such as Apple and Microsoft, only by continuous innovation in technology, the enterprises can upgrade its products, reduce costs, improve its product quality, hence become the leader and a winner in a global market. And now I would like to talk about some implementation strategies that I choose for my idea implementation. The first one is project program management approach. It includes 7 parts, which are management control and project management, governance and accountability, planning, resource management and risk management, stakeholder engagement and review, monitoring and evaluation. The strength of this approach is it can improve efficiency and performance of the company, and it can also enhance customer satisfaction, provide better flexibility to the company, and increase risk assessment and increase quality. And the weaknesses of this approach are cost overhead and time overhead. The next implementation strategy is commercialization. It includes 6 parts, which are people, value proposition, market, intellectual property, pathway and exits. Its advantages are enterprise can make profits by commercialization, and customers will have more choice. And it has some disadvantages, such as it can create damages to all industry, since the new technology or the new products will replace the old ones, and it will cause some problems such as unemployment. And now I would like to analyze my chosen strategy for hair. The first one is the direction of enterprise innovation. During the innovation implementation process, the leaders and managers should make sure the direction of the enterprise development and choose the most suitable way for the enterprise. The initial strategic targets of HARE during the start period is imitation innovation, which means the company has to rely on other companies' technology. And after many years' development, HARE was able to reach mass production and diversification. Then the company changed its direction to cooperative innovation and independent innovation. The second one is the financial source of enterprise innovation. Enough financial support is necessary for enterprise to obtain relevant technical resources. Haier Group should keep on improving its fundraising system. Since technology innovation is a high risk, high cost, and long implementing period, the company must invest certain percentage of its sale value as the innovation funds. Meanwhile, the company should also actively attract more funding sources such as venture capital funds and government supporting funds. The next one is the construction of the innovation institutions. The company should establish an innovation management team, which means it should spend time and money to improve the employee training system in order to improve the performance of the managed team, and it should also build a strong R&D team to support its innovation. The company must attract a large number of technical talents to form its own R&D teams, and they should devote enough resources to create a platform for its R&D team to fully display the creativity. And what's more, the company should set up performance reviews and innovation incentive mechanism, which means the company should reward those employees or staff members who have made contributions to the company's innovation. And the next one is construct technological transformation mechanism, which means Hire should be a cooperation with colleges, universities, scientific institutions, or other enterprises. By forming a good relationships with those organizations, the company can venture with those organizations to create R&D centers, which means the company can share information and resources with them and access the resources and advantages of those organizations at the same time. All these factors would enhance the development of the enterprise innovation. And now I would like to talk about the implementation outcomes. The first one is innovation can prolong the life cycle of the enterprise. The enterprise ability to innovate is closely tied to its development and its life cycle. There are four stages during an enterprise life cycle, and they are all related to innovation, such as the last one is called decline period, which means The enterprise has problems in its innovation progress, and which this may result in loss of market shares and loss of profits. So we should know that by improving the innovation ability, the enterprise can survive longer. The second one is innovation enhance the development of enterprise. Through innovation, Hire can be able to expand the global market and gain more market shares since it can based on different customers' needs and wants. Then it can develop the products to different customers, and as a result, Hire would make lots of profits and became one of the largest household appliance company in the world. In the final section, I would like to talk about some risks. The first one is lack of innovation consciousness and weak technical innovation ability. The second one is lack of innovation knowledge, not enough science and technology support. The third one is poor intellectual property protection. The next one is lack of investment in innovation. And the last one is shortage of talents. And that's all for my presentation. Thanks for listening.